What's up everyone, Namco here, Smack Talk, and this is going to be my last video of 2016, obviously we rolled into 2017, of DraftKings. So I just want to first and foremost thank everyone that played. I won some money this year, hopefully you did as well. So before we get into it, if you haven't signed up for DraftKings, you got to do that. Sign up, follow the card or the link in the description, deposit some money, listen to the instructions we have on there so Smack Talk can get some credit, make some of these picks. And even if you haven't played yet or signed up, do it for football, and then they got other sports. Obviously, I like doing NBA as well, so that's fun. And then they roll into baseball, and then you'll be ready next year for football. So before we get into it, one other thing I want to talk about is stacking. Last week I talked about stacking the Steelers. Clearly that worked out for anyone that did that. I had my Big Ben, Brown, and Bell lineups, and every 50-50 I was in, literally across the board, I ended up winning. So gonna talk a little bit about some values and then maybe a stack as well towards the end here. So going into the value plays, remember, DraftKings is PPR. So Ty Montgomery is 5,300 for the Green Bay Packers, and I know it seems like he's trailed off a little bit since that little stretch he had where he was absolutely ridiculous. And I know he got banged up last week, but he was a full participant in practice on Wednesday, which looks really good. He's been getting double-digit touches, and again, PPR for DraftKings makes him a somewhat interesting play at running back. In terms of the other one, I'm going LeGarrette Blount, and I know it's PPR, but Blount at $5,800 against that Texans defense, which is decent, of course, is kind of interesting just because he's so much cheaper than everybody else. You know, he's cheaper than the Rawls of the world. He's obviously cheaper than Le'Veon. He had 18 touchdowns this year. They're a 15-point favorite, so obviously New England's, Vegas at least feels, New England's going to get up big, and then what does that mean? They're probably going to run the ball. In terms of wide receivers, I thought Dez Bryant's value was pretty interesting, 6,600. I would rank Dez as a top 3 play if I was doing season-long rankings this week, because Green Bay yielded the second most points to wide receivers this year, but Dez, according to the pricing, is around 7th, 8th best or most expensive wide receiver. So I think that's a little bit of a value there. And I know Prescott's a little bit nerve-wracking because he's a rookie, playoff game, but still, just the fact that the only way you're going to beat Green Bay is you're throwing on them. Well, I guess with Zeke, they're going to be able to run a little bit too. Dez is interesting, though, 6,600. For my other wide receiver, I'm going Hill of Kansas City. Flat out boom or bust. More likely boom guy, it seems like he's been. Steelers are certainly going to hone on him, but for $5,500, the Hill for Kansas City has just been so solid and so explosive, he's going to find his way into some lineups for me. All right, in terms of quarterbacks, this is a lot tougher, but I'm going with the kid. I'm going with Prescott. 6,000 against Green Bay. Green Bay yielded the 6th most points to quarterbacks this year, and the kid has been stellar. If you look at his game log throughout the year, the one thing I like about him is very consistent. So what I'm doing this week, and I can't believe this is who I'm doing it with because I think they might lose, I'm stacking Cowboys. I like the Dak, the Elliott, and the Dez stack, and then go on some other values. One value I could not find, and I apologize, is tight end. Jimmy, Kelsey, or Bennett are the only 3 tight ends that I really think you can use. Maybe Ladarius Green, but I don't even like that. So buy up on tight ends. Sorry about that. And in terms of defense, and I know this is kind of weird because I just said I'm stacking Cowboys, I'm going to go with Green Bay at 2,800. So I'm not using Green Bay in all of the lineups that I'm stacking in my 50-50s for the Cowboys, but in leagues that I'm doing to kind of, you know, shooting for the stars, big money leagues, the $500, 500,000 cash back kind of thing, I'm going with the Green Bay defense, hoping the rookie kind of fumbles, throws some picks. So when you look at DraftKings this week, especially in these playoffs where there's not that many teams to pick from, go all one way or all the other. So I have some leagues where I'm going all Cowboys, and then I have some leagues where I'm, again, going all Steelers. So the leagues I'm going all Steelers, I'm going with the Green Bay defense. That's kind of how I'm breaking it down this week. So hope you enjoyed these videos. Hope they worked out for you. It's certainly, I made some cash, so I'm assuming some of you out there did as well. Dustin and I will certainly be back in the off-season shooting more videos. You know, we're going to get more into YouTube during the YouTube and all the other videos during the off-season. So, again, thank you so much. Name code for Smack Talk. Out!